Welcome to Chicagoland Speedway, side of tonight's Sidecar Sunday race. It's the Deep Dish 300. Drivers are rolling out on track now, so we get set for the start of this race. Let's check out our starting lineup. On pole, you got Mr. Lucas Hoisman in that number 4 Kevin Harvick throwback Ford. Hayden Lowell, the Napa Chevrolet, starts in second. Travis Scripture in the number 18 purple Toyota starts in third. Casey Graves, True Speed Patriotic Toyota, starts in the 4th spot. Dave Hoisman, he's got his pizza machine starting there in that 5th spot. There you go. I believe it's a local pizza joint for him, sponsoring the race car. Cool to see. You have Ethan Beavers with the Ever Fever Podcast Chevrolet starting in 6th. Ian Montrose in the C2X Chevrolet starts in 7th. Jeremy Scherer, number 15, Detroit Auto Parts Ford Mustang in 8th spot. Daniel Lawal in 712 Brake Chevrolet in 9th. Cliff Mullins, 7 Curly's Guns and More Chevrolet in 10th. Cody Brown starts his Plain Jane number 17 back in 11th. Russ Harold has his Logitech Chevrolet in 12th. 12 car field here for the Deep Dish 300. Anticipate a Lucas and Hayden showdown. Sun's going down, lights are coming up. There goes the pace car. We got the drivers in here. Green flag out in the air. We are underway. 200 laps around Chicagoland Speedway. What up, Hockey? How are you, my friend? Welcome in. Through turns 1 and 2 without incident.
I like boobies.
Jake likes boobies. All of you needed to know that. Cheers, everybody. Hayden leads the first lap in the number 56 and Napa Chevrolet gets a bonus point there. Lucas starting to fight back on the outside in the number 4. Hayden moves up to cut off that lane. Lucas then dives to the inside line. I will warn you ahead of time, I am in quite heavy thunderstorms, so if I disappear, that is why. Rumbling like hell outside. Casey Graves is going to push Lucas Hoisman past Hayden Lowell. Outside line prevails there. Now Casey goes to the inside. He wants to try and get a lap lead. Cuts into the bottom through 3 and 4. Has Lucas cleared. Does not slide up in front of him. They'll drag a race back to the line. Casey having the shorter route will lead the lap. Side by side, the teammates of Lucas Hoisman Motorsports go. Even though they are in different manufacturers, Ford and Toyota. I say that a lot in sim racing. If you don't have any kind of personal preference to a manufacturer as a team owner, your whole team will run different things. Comes Dave Hoisman up behind Lucas. A couple of very Italian race cars, the white, green, and red. Whole 12 car pack still in this lead group. Nobody's fallen off the draft just yet. Suspect that'll start to change as the event goes along.
Jeremy, that was a big point there, but I do not want to back out of that.
Apparently the 15 machine had quite a blink. He's keeping it up high out of the way. Daddy Dave out in front in the number 79 Ford Mustang. The Hoismans go 1 and 2 once again. Lucas to the inside. Father-son 1 and 2 on Father's Day. Pretty cool to see here on lap number 6.
I'm sorry, Ethan. I was trying to make sure to not get going by Travis.
Casey Graves going to take over that second spot on the inside. Gets past the 79 machine. Now you have Hayden and Travis Scripture battling for 4th. See, the sun is setting. Long shadows being cast. Sun low on the horizon. It's going to get dark here before too long. Lap number 8, all 12 cars still in this lead draft. Jimmy Scherer holding on to 6th place on the outside of Ethan Evers. Sends that Detroit Ford deep into the corner. Deep dish 300 should be a theme here. Jimmy Scherer still rolling the top now, working on the outside of Travis Scripture. Drivers have 75% fuel in the tanks today. 5 total sets of tires in the pits, so 6 in the race as they get the set they started on as well. No, I couldn't have worded that much weirder. Jimmy Scherer on the outside of Daddy Dave going to the 3rd spot. 15's found some speed on that high lane, but how long can those tires last up there? And Russ Harold has lost the draft now. He's going to start fading. Back in the 12th spot. Thank you for the follow, Rumble Mick Fumblebee. What a name. Four car of Lucas Hoysma out in front of Casey Graves. Jeremy Scherer looking to the top side. Hunter forgot. Poor Hunter. Daddy Dave now back towards the back of the field. Oof. Close quarters with Cody Brown, Ian Montrose, and Daniel Wallen. Getting kind of dicey back there. Hooked in for the long run. See Scherer really drive corner entry pretty hard. Hayden seemed to back off the corner entry and drive it off the corner a bit harder. Lucas exploring that top lane up at the front. Seeing what he can do with Casey Graves. Jeremy Scherer uses that high line through 1 and 2 to hang on to 3rd spot. Every time Ethan starts to look inside Hayden, Hayden slams the door on him. Scripture's going to get the wall. Llewellyn got the wall. Coming out of turn number 4, both those cars bouncing off the outside wall. Scripture a little too high on that high lane. Cliff Mullins working that bottom lane, trying to save the tire a bit. Currently in the 7th spot. Once again, 3rd spot under attack. Hayden Lowell trying to take it away from Jeremy Scherer. Scherer making that outside line work. Hey, close to the wall there, going off the corner. Hayden trying to side draft the hell out of him. Pull him back, going into the corner. Hayden has him clear. Will Scherer cross over here or nah? Took a peek at it. Decided against it. He's going to roll the top in there. Doesn't quite have the front end set. It's actually going to cost him some speed here. Travis Scripture closes right up on the back bumper of that 15. Lucas continues to lead over Casey Graves. Hayden Lowell now in third. Starting to look at the 0-1 Toyota for second. So we watch Ethan Evers and Travis Scripture battle for the 5th spot. Shearer still under attack from the 18 of Travis Scripture as Hayden Lowell is taking second. We'll see if Hayden can do anything with Lucas at the front. Nobody running down by the white line except for Casey Graves. He's the only one. Travis Scripture now going to go to the outside of Jeremy Shearer. Wall and Ethan Evers trying to find their way by Shearer. 15 now at the bottom where we haven't seen him much. On 10% of the race complete, and we are watching Lucas Heusma and Hayden Lowell at the front of the field. Casey Graves there in third. It didn't take them long to side draft. Some people will side draft the very first lap, you know. Why, I don't know, but they will. Lucas leads that 10% of the way. Hayden looking low. Casey Graves, Travis Scripture, Cliff Mullins your top 5. Daniela Wallen, Ethan Evers, Cody Brown, Jeremy Shearer, Ian Montrose your top 10. Dave Hoytsma 11th. And then somewhere back here, there's Russ Harold in 12th as he lost the drafts. Russ out there learning and get better. Top 5 are single file. We're going to jump back here to 6th. Ethan Evers, Daniela Wallen. Battle for that spot. Oh, Ethan gets into his door a little bit, coming off the corner. Good job hanging onto the race car for Ethan Evers. Cody Brown now trying to take 7th spot away from Ethan on the high side. Cody will take that 7th spot away in that black 17. Ethan digging down bottom, but Cody has the preferred lane here. Daniel's going to come down, give Ethan a draft. Not quite clear. Ethan almost had a position back to the top. And Cody Brown kept his foot in it and drives right back by the 8th car heading into the turn 3, and he'll retake 7th spot. Hayden putting pressure on race leader Lucas Heusma. Lucas has moved to the top of the track. Hayden's going to slide it up there. Lucas is ready for that. Cuts it back to the inside down the backstretch. Hayden could not do his patented slide job, then park the bus maneuver that he loves to do so much. Lucas right back to the point. Casey Graves now working on the outside of Hayden Lowell, trying to take 2nd. Love you a good slide job. We got him on the asphalt. We got him on the dirt. Hayden now giving up second to Casey Graves. Third to Travis Scripture as he drops back to fourth after that failed attempt at a maneuver for the lead. Cliff Mullins lurking there in the wings in fifth. Ford, Toyota, Chevy, your top five. We split into two packs. Pack number 2 is Daniel Wallen, Ethan Evers, Jeremy Sher, Cody Brown, Ian Montrose, and Dave Hoitzman. Like our top 5 back to mostly single file. Hayden's still trying to make maneuvers. Waiting for the next attempt, yeah. We'll have to wait a bit. He fell to fourth. So he can't go charging in there again. Had to work his way back up there. I don't see Casey putting a slide like that on his teammate. Top 2 are Lucas Weissman Motorsports Machines. And you have Travis Scripture running third for privateer effort. Hayden giving them the side draft on lap 28. Trying to pull him back hard. He's going to slide it up the track here. Try to take away the nose. Travis Scripture doesn't care. Keeps the nose in there. Hayden has to bail out of it. Cliff Mullins going to give a shot in the back end and spin the 56 around. As Hayden shut the door on Cliff Mullins, and Mullins not able to react in time. Hayden goes around, and we stay green. There's a caution. I think that one was deserved. Lap 30 of 2 Hyundai. Cliff is not the one you want to park it in front of. Nope. Hunter has a very good point. Well, let's go back and take a look at it.
Checking out back stretch.
Just a heads up, cautions aren't on. So.
Well, there you go. Hayden pulled it up right in front of Cliff, and Cliff said, "You block, you pay." You should really save those slide jobs for late in the race. Like, right now, they don't matter. Well, here come all 12 cars down the pit lane. It's like an SRX race of 12 cars. Lucas Weissman leading them down. See if we get tires here on lap 32. It's kind of right on the fence for right where, if you're dividing it into 6 equal parts for the tires. For the Glen SRS race, yeah, probably not big. Down and away for Lucas. Looks like 4 tires for the entire field. Everybody down and away. 4 tires and fuel, so the entire field on the same strategy after the first caution has waved. Well, all right. Reset the field for after pit stops. Lucas Weissman came out first. Travis Scripture takes over second. Cliff Mullins goes to third. Ethan Evers now fourth. Casey Graves falls all the way to fifth. Not sure what happened to the 01 car. Had a short pit stop, but he was on the pit lane for a bit. Maybe missed his box. Comes out in the 5th spot. Ian Montrose 6th. Cody Brown 7th. Daniel Wallen 8th. Jeremy Sher 9th. Dave Hoitzman back on the pit lane. He's going to top off the tanks. Russ Harrell will take over 10th as Dave and Hayden both hit the pit lane. They were in the back anyway. They're going to fill up the tanks, top them off. The lights have come on. See a little bit of reflection on those passenger sides. And we're going to finish under the lights here at Chicagoland. Lights out on our pace car. We're getting set to go back racing here at Chicagoland. A deep dish 300. 200 lap race. We gave out stage points to the end of lap 100. Everybody in the top 10. Cheers, everybody. Got you, Alvo. I had to turn them off because Jake. Green flag back out of the air. As Lucas Weissman out in front. Travis Scripture in the 18. Try to roll the top. He's going to suck in behind Lucas. It's Ethan leaving the top as Cliff Mullins goes to third. Guess I gotta drink again. Show me some slide jobs. We'll see some here, I'm sure. Oh, Casey Graves gets into the 8 of Ethan Evers. They make contact. Casey Graves sliding, trying to hang on, so it goes head on to the outside wall.
Sorry,
collects
dude,
Hayden.
Yeah, I did see you spinning.
Casey Graves and Ethan Evers made contact, and cautions reading cautions here. May have just cost us 2 cars in this race. And Ethan and Casey get together, then Cody. I'm not sure Cody made much contact there, but Casey could not hang on to it. Collects the right front. Hayden Lowell in the Napa car. Hayden Lowell has a meatball race car. He's going to have to come down and make repairs. And we'll see how lengthy those repairs are for this machine. See that right front is towed to the left a little bit. Driving a little pigeon toed. '56 takes a pretty nasty hit, as did the 01. Track like this where aerodynamics are everything, and not a good look for the 01 or the 56. Could be a short race for those two machines. We'll see if they work on them or call it a night. Interesting to see how long the 56's repairs will be. The car doesn't look too bad other than that wheel being a little towed to the left. A little pigeon toed. Topping off the tanks for a couple of those cars there. Casey Graves, of course, the other car, heavily damaged. So those two machines will need extensive repair. Cody Brown's already got his nose pulled back out, I guess. Didn't look too bad, really. I think he'll be fine in the 17. Are the slide jobs still possible? That is definitely a thing. Hayden still hasn't cleared the meatball. Where is the pace car? Over there. Over there. I believe that's 3 and 4. Yep, there's the entrance to pit lane. So that is the exit of turn 4. See if Hayden or Casey, either one, come back out before the pace car. Casey's going to get down and away. He didn't have a meatball, so he's allowed to go whenever he wants to. He has that severely damaged front end. Aerodynamics not going to be good. Oh, poor Rumble. Has the ads. Oh, Hayden gets to clear the meatball and beat the pace car out. Saves him a lap by the skin of his teeth. Can't believe Hayden beat the pace car out there. That's crazy. Look at that. Impressive. Impressive. Well, all right. 1/6 of the race complete. Slide job is still possible. We can have many of them. We can even have them the Dale Jr. style slide gerbs. Pace car is off. We are getting ready for resumption of racing. Green flag back out on the air. Lucas Hoytzman and Travis Scripture, your front row. Inside, he gets going really well. Cliff Mullins right on the back of Hoytzman. I don't know, Hunter. He usually wreck slap one there. Oof, Casey Graves way off the pace. He's going to have to hope for another quick caution. Dave Hoytzman, Travis Scripture battle for third behind Cliff Mullins and Lucas Hoytzman. You like the number 79? He's a fan favorite. He won last week too. Everyone was excited about that. Dave almost cleared Travis Scripture. Didn't quite have it. Daniel Wallen trying to give a push to Dave down the straightaway. Keep him in there. Ian Montrose to the outside of Daniel Wallen. Battle rages on for that third spot. Travis Scripture currently holds it in the purple Toyota. Ian Montrose trying now to get to the outside of Daddy Dave. Montrose down the back stretch trying to clear the 79 and just about does so. He'll have him going into 3 now. He's going to dive to the inside of Travis Scripture. Montrose, the highest car that stopped for fuel on that last caution. He is up to the third spot, chasing down Cliff Mullins and Lucas Hoytzman. Lucas, Cliff 1 and 2. Montrose and Thoyd, Scripture 4th, and then Llewellyn and Hoytzman battle for the 5th spot as Daniel gets up and into the fence. That opens up the opportunity for Dave to take a spot back, and he does so. Daniel catching the fence through 3 and 4. Casey Graves and Hayden Lowell have both taken their car back to the pit lane. Casey Graves looks to have retired from the race. Hayden Lowell serving extensive damage repair. Welcome back. Hoytzman, Mullins, Montrose, Scripture, Llewellyn, your top 5. You're too drunk for 9 p.m.? How was it 9 p.m.? So confused. Yeah, I'm EST. It's 8. It's 8:06. Oh my gosh, Rumble. Lucas and Cliff Mullins battle for the lead at the front of the field. Yeah, that's even worse for the drunk thing. Yeah, you're correct. Mullins trying to size up Hoytzman here. Maybe get himself a lap led. Hoytzman leads that one though. You did say you were drunk. We'll give you that. See if Cliff can side draft Lucas off the corner. Not quite. tucked back in line. Here comes Scripture trying to get third from the one of Ian Montrose. Cliff now. Going to look to the outside of Lucas. We'll see if he can get some momentum up there. The drunk thing makes you allowed to be instantly wrong. That's funny. We'll allow it. It's a Sunday. We've all been there. We'll allow it. See if Montrose can help his teammate Mullins here. Here they go. Gets the big run out of turn number 2. Shoves the back of the 37 car into the corner. Can I get the slide job here? Mullins is clear. He'll slide it up in time. I don't think he is. The 4 car of Hoytsville will keep it up there.
That curve wall kind of got me.
And the 80 Beavers grabbing the wall a little bit. Oh, Cody Brown gets up in there and almost overdrove the corner exit. Got very close to the wall. Lucas Hoytson able to hold on to the race lead despite 37 and 1 car's teammates working together against him. They have not put it together yet to get by. Lucas and the Hunt Brothers Pizza throwback for Kevin Harvick leads the race. Cliff Mullins and the Curly's Guns and More 37 runs in second. Hayden Lowell has made repairs and headed back out on the racetrack. Mullins second, Montrose third, Brown fourth, Scherer battling Evers for the 5th spot. Working on the 1/4 of the complete race here. Working lap 50 of 200. Cliff Mullins, Ian Montrose, they finally done it. They got the 37 out in front. Can he lead this lap? Lucas is coming back for it, but Cliff gets the lap led and adds a bonus point to his season. What is Jeremy Scherer doing? He entered the corner way low in that 15 car. Fortunately didn't get out of shape or lose the car or anything.
Love you, Lucas. Alright.
Cliff Mullins led his lap and instantly dropped back behind Lucas. Cody Brown up to 4th. All black 17. Travis Scripture in the 18 to the outside of the one of Ian Montrose as Cody Brown takes 3rd. Scripture now trying to take 4th. The high line waking up here. See the lights have come on. Take this opportunity to remind you that we're running our charity all month long for NAMI, Mental Health Awareness, and Charlie for Life. If you don't know, our moderator, Beta XP, his brother Charlie lost his battle with mental health. And we do this every June to help him honor his memory and help others that may need, some little bit of assistance. Life's hard. We are here for you. You matter. Make sure you check on your friends. Life can be very isolating sometimes. It's kind of why Sidewinder even exists. I just wanted a place where people could come, no matter how good or bad they were, hang out with friends and race. It's the entire point of SRL. Here we are on a Sunday, Father's Day, out here racing, having a good time. But the Charlie for Life link that'll pop up every once in a while in the Twitch chat, that is how you donate to our fundraiser. Multiple streamers, a lot of the Creative Connections team, all supporting Beta XP and his community in this fundraiser. We don't ever see a dime of it. It goes straight to the fundraiser. It never goes in our pocket. Lucas Hoytsville leader, Cliff Mullins is 2nd, Trevor Scripture 3rd, Ian Montrose in 4th. And Ethan Evers rounding out your top 5. Scherer and Brown both driving for 10/10. They're 6th and 7th. Daniel Wallen, low drag machine, now takes that 7th spot. Daddy Dave right there as well in 79. Scripture taking a look to the inside of the 37 of Cliff Mullins for his 2nd spot. Yeah, Jake, we only got 12. It's Father's Day. Not too surprising. Putting on a good show, though. Top 9 cars are all still bunched up together. Been on this lap in this run for about 26 laps. I think 22 for the cars that came down and topped off the fuel, but everybody's on the same tires. They all pit for tires 26 laps ago. $79.15 battle. That is for the 7th spot. The front, it's Lucas Weissman, Cliff Mullins, Travis Scripture, Ian Montrose, and Ethan Evers, your top 5. And a bit of a gap back to Daniel Wallen, about a half second. It's opened up between 5th and 6th. %30 complete at the end of this lap. Hayden Lowell still putting around out there in 11th. Casey Greaves out of the race in 12th, it looks like. Unless he lets them repair the car and comes back. Who knows? 7th place trading hands once again as Cody Ron and Dave Hoytsma swap back and forth. Cody gone from 9th to 7th in the last couple of laps. A lot of these guys have decided it's okay to settle in and ride for a bit, learn something maybe from Lucas. Daniel's trying to make that gap close back down, but it's still grown to 6/10. He's driving really hard on corner entry, judging by the timing and scoring. Gains ground on entry, loses it on exit, so he's pushing really hard on entry to try and catch up. And it is not working for him as he has dropped back now to 7/10 back. Letting the laps tick off quickly here. 2 cautions so far, laps 30 and 33. They were pretty close together. Thank you. Badger has made me tacos. I'm so excited. Travis Scripture, Ian Montrose trying to trade that 3rd spot. Chevrolet is working together. Ian Montrose, Ethan Evers. That is a spicy and delicious taco. So good. Battle for 3rd continues between Scripture and Montrose. If you can see my timing and scoring, nothing's really happened in this race except for those two trading the spot back and forth for the last couple laps. Top 6 have broken away. Daniel Wallen's actually reeled back in this lead group, so Daniel's done a good job catching back up to the top group. Cody Brown, Dave Hoytsman, Jeremy Scherer, those 3 cars have fallen back. Shout out to Daniel for sticking with it and getting back up there. Scripture now working that outside lane, starting to come alive, reels right up to the back of Cliff Mullins in the 37. Go on board with the 8. Watch all the different lines that they have in the top 5. This time 3 of them run really similar lines down low. Last time around 1 and 2, they ran 3 different lines. Let's see what we get down in 3 and 4. Got a lot of variation, a little bit. So we start lap number 69. There we go. There's 4 different lines up in front of Evers, and he's running a 5th different line. That's what we wanted to see. Look at that run he gets. He had to lift. He was about to run over the back of that one car. Hell of a run. There's your leader, Lucas Hoytsman. Green and white number 4. Out in front of the field. Hayden Wall just ahead of them. 7 laps down. Only car still running off the lead lap. And just joining us, we had a heavy crash between the 8 and 01 that sent the 01 up into the outside wall and careened back down into the 56. Meatballed the 56, knocked the 01 out of the race. 56 had to come down and serve several repairs. Now he's got it back up to speed, but unfortunately 7 laps down. Russ Harold makes a pit stop 35 laps into the run. Unexpected pit stop there from the number 19. See Hayden kindly getting out of the way of the leaders.
Driver, line me 7 down.
And Hayden goes on to pit lane. Here's the Napa machine getting serviced. Top 6 still in the lead draft. Ethan Evers getting around Cliff Mullins. 42 laps since the last stop for some of these guys. Travis Scripture now sits in second in the 18. Closing on the back of Lucas Hoytsma. Not often you get to say that. Hoytsma, Scripture, Evers, Montrose, Mullins, your top five.
Bring it back out.
Huh? I don't know what they asked.
56 car loading it onto the hauler. He is done with the 90.
Well, there it is. Hayden putting the 56 on the hauler. Hoytsma, Scripture, Evers, Montrose, Mullins. There you go. Hoytsma, leader. This time by pit cycle. Green flag stops. Here we go. Expect the 8 of Ethan Evers and the 1 of Ian Montrose to stay out a little longer. They can go an extra few laps. And topping off their tanks under the last caution. Here comes race leader Lucas Hoytsma bringing the 4 car to the pit lane. Looks like Daniel Llewellyn bringing a 32 down with him. And 2 of the low drag machines hit the pit lane. On lap number 78. Scripture's got to be coming next lap too. Assuming Lucas was running it dry. We shall see. My mouth is burning from my tacos and it's great. Scripture says out another time around.
18 pitting this time.
There you go. Script's going to come down on lap 79. Dave Hoytsma on the pit lane. As that pizza car coming down to the attention of his crew. Dave won last week. Popular win in the garage. Here comes race leader Travis Scripture bringing Cliff Mullins with him. Those cars both go 47 laps. Ethan Evers, as we said, Eddie and Montrose both topped off the tank. They can go an extra couple of laps, so they're going to try to get some laps led here. Ethan actually better than Ian on fuel mileage by a lap. So Ian will presumably have to pit before Ethan Evers. Everybody else on the pit lane, including Cody Brown, Jeremy Shearer. What could absolutely flip this race is if these 2 cars are able to catch a caution right about now. I'm sure everyone would have to wave around, but they'd at least restart first and second, have a track position. Coming to complete laps 45 and 46 for Evers and Montrose respectively on this cycle. Farthest anyone we had seen go was 47. So we suspect the next couple of laps, both of these cars will have to pit as well, and it'll go back to Lucas Hoytsma leading by 3 seconds over Daniel Llewellyn. Comes Ethan Evers as Montrose stays out. That's not the order I expected him to go. Ethan Evers out of the lead to the pit lane. Montrose gets a lap lead. You hear him clutching. Extend that fuel. And here comes Lucas right behind him. Lucas would be trying to unlap himself, but Ian will probably be pitting. Nope. Not pitting. think Lucas thought the same thing I did, that we'd probably be pitting. No. Ian stays out another lap. Lucas back on the lead lap. And that's the gap Lucas has over Daniel Llewellyn. You don't even see Daniel in the shot. There he is. That is the gap between what will be first and second. Currently second and third. Once this one car pits. And here he comes. Ian Montrose slowing it down. On the pit lane. That'll hand the race lead over eventually to this 4 car of Lucas Hoytsma. Here's your link that I mentioned for the Tiltify donations for the NAMI Mental Health Institute. Hoytsma out of turn 4 to the front stretch. He'll flash by the pitting number 1 of Ian Montrose and take the race lead. He leads by 2.9 seconds over this man, Daniel Llewellyn. Llewellyn's got 1.6 seconds over Cliff Mullins. Mullins has Travis Scripture right in tow. Those two maybe trying to work together to catch Daniel. We'll keep tabs on the gap here. We have 2 lap fresher tires. And they are reeling in the 32 of Daniel Llewellyn. They've got 3 seconds over Ethan Evers. Evers has Dave Hoytsma and Cody Brown in tow. Ian Montrose. Last car to pit. Currently in the 8th spot. These cars bottoming out quite a lot. Sparks flying a lot. 2 cars out of the race, Hayden Wall and Casey Graves. They were involved in an early wreck. Both of them tried to come back out, but too much damage. The cars weren't competitive. They have parked them for the night. Russ Harold working on top 10 in the old Logitech Chevy. Jeremy Sheard, the Detroit Foyd in the 9th spot. He last pit 7 laps ago. Ian Montrose just 2 laps ago. Ian running the fastest laps on track right now. 30.771. Cody Brown at 30.79. Hoytsma of the Dave variety ran a 30.76. Stays working together with Ethan. Also ran a 30.76. So those guys are working together to try and catch Mullins and Scripture. And those 2 are working together as they are catching Daniel Llewellyn for second. Lucas has left the field. His on and off time on the pit lane, 37.5, which is blazing fast compared to most others. Only 2 other cars were in the 37s at all. Ethan Evers and Cliff Mullins. Just a handful of laps till halfway. Everyone's still running, has the stage point coming. How many do they get? Will the guys that are working together to try and catch people suddenly go for stage points? Because I think Scripker's been staying behind Mullins to try and not slow them down. And there's the Llewellyn that they're catching. And there's Evers, Dave, Cody Brown. These cars in tight proximity. They continue working together. Will they go for stage points? Find out in about 9 laps. Cliff Mullins and Travis Scripture have caught Daniel Llewellyn for second. Cliff Mullins to the inside of Daniel Llewellyn. 37 black and orange machine. We'll sweep around the 32 and take the second place off of Llewellyn. Travis Scripture going to try to follow through. Daniel going to make life difficult on him. Daniel's car pushing on that right front. You can see he just slides it up the hill. Fortunately, didn't slow him down too bad. Took the air off Travis Scripture though. Kind of settled that purple car back in there. Ethan Evers is gaining on this group, and he now is in their draft on number 8 car. And they're going to be a 4 car pack here pretty soon. Lucas Hoisman 3.3 seconds over Cliff Mullins. Cody Brown has Dave Hoisman, Ian Montrose with him. Ian and Dave trade spots. Ian now is 7th. Check out on your race leader. There he is, chilling. Everyone should be good to go to halfway. Montrose blasts around Cody Brown as well. Takes over 6th. He'll do his best now to try and run down the pack that has Mullins, Llewellyn, Scripture, and Evers. 3 seconds is the gap. Oof. Evers and Scripture made a little contact there coming off of turn number 2. Fortunately, nobody crashed. Definitely a dicey moment. Comes Ethan once again to the inside of Travis Scripture. Evers trying to take the 4th spot away. Oh, Travis Scripture hits the outside wall coming off of turn number 2. Makes door-to-door contact with the 8 of Ethan Evers. Fortunately, it looks like both have escaped that without any further issue. Scripture trying to fight for that extra point. So we close in on that halfway. You see Hayden got wrecked out? Yes. Yes, he did. Number 99. In the black 100, we give away the halfway points. Go start a lap 100 into this lap. Give away the points to the top 10 drivers. Everyone running still in the lead lap. Had one cycle of green flag stops for about halfway to another. Travis Scripture brushing the wall in the entry of third 3. It is going to be Lucas Hoisma picking up the stage win. He is so far out in front, we're going to have to do this a couple of times. Hoisma gets the 10 points, Mullins 9, Llewellyn 8, Scripture 7, Evers 6, Montrose 5, Cody Brown 4, Dave Hoisma 3. Should be Jeremy Shearer 2, and Russ Harold would get the final point. Yeah, Hayden got caught up in a spin from Casey Graves. Who else was in it? Ethan Evers and Cody Brown. If Cody played a role in it, not sure if he did or not. He thinks he did. Couldn't really tell. I got tacos though, if it makes you feel better. Obviously that probably won't, but makes me feel better. Lucas continues to lead. This is where most of the action is. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Mullins, Llewellyn, and then Evers and Scripture. Lap 103, now 104 of 200, just past halfway. I offered this to be the end of the race for the guys. But... oh, Travis Scripture, Daniel Wallen bouncing off each other, still bouncing off each other. Getting feisty out there. Okay. I'm a pop top. Have cheers, everybody. Ooh, that's delicious. Cold and delicious.
Staying low, staying low.
Don't let it fly in my house. Swatting at it. I believe that is Russ Harold and Lucas Hoisman. These two have had issues in the past. When that 19 has been coming up to get lapped, he is told well in advance that his intention is to stay low for Lucas because he does not want to have that happen again. Lucas going to run the top, make sure we survive this. Staying way low. It was not risking it at all.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. We have survived the 19 getting lapped by Lucas. Back to the party. Cliff Mullins, Travis Scripture, Ethan Evers, Daniel Wallen. This battle from second to fifth. Oh, Daniel hit the outside wall coming off the corner there. Scripture with a run on Mullins, took it to the top. Oh, Daniel just killed the wall. I think Daniel might have broken that car as hard as he hit it there. Oh, still looks survivable. Thank you. So Russ Harold off the lead lap. Lucas Hoisman is your leader by 3.4 seconds over Cliff Mullins, and Mullins has all the fun around him. Don't look now. Ian Montrose is closing in. Remember, he went the longest in that last pit cycle. He has been hauling, trying to catch that group.
19 pit.
I think Daniel hurt that car. Russ Harold's got 36 laps since his last pit. He was the first one to pit on that last cycle of stops. So here he comes down. And the 10th place car will kick off the round of green flag stop once again. The next car that has been out there the longest is going to be the teammates of Lucas Hoisman and Daniel Wallen, as we saw Daniel hit the wall there. Won't be much longer till we see both of them on the pit lane. We got 5 laps. Next 5 laps, you ought to see him come down. Next 2.5 minutes. Ian lurking in the background, closing in on this group. Number 1 Chevy. Ethan Evers around the outside of Cliff Mullins to take second. It's Ian tags the wall. Mullins got the apron a little bit. 37 car starts to walk up the track. Fortunately, didn't get into Scripture. Able to keep it down. Cliff will give the bottom to Montrose. And they exchange that 4th place. Montrose now to 4th. Mullins will try to give him a push down the backstretch. 19 back out on the racetrack with the fresh tires and fuel. See what kind of lap times he turns compared to the rest of our pack. Most of them are running 32s. Lucas 32.1, Ethan a 32.0, Travis Scripture a 32.0. Russ Harold a 30.7. And that is what the new tires look like. He's a second and a half faster than Lucas Oisma. Unfortunately for him, also 2 laps behind Lucas Oisma. Report from Daddy Evers. Ethan Evers is one of the cleanest drivers you will see. That's why he was brought up to race. The way he was brought up to race. Happy Father's Day, Mr. Evers. Good to see you hanging out. Appreciate you. In the second spot, ahead of Travis Scripture, Ian Montrose, and Cliff Mullins. Probably the next lap or two for Daniel O'Wallen and Lucas Hoisma. They've both been now 36 laps out on track. You wouldn't expect Chicagoland to kind of act like a bit of a draft track, but here they are. Drafting, side drafting. Trying to make these cars work. Montrose with the freshest tires. 4.4 seconds behind race leader as he goes past Ethan Evers. The one car is 4.4 seconds back. Now 38 laps for Hoytsma and for Llewellyn. Ethan right up by the wall along with Travis Scripture in the 8, the 18. The 1, the 8, and the 1-8. Running second, third, and fourth. Check in on Lucas. He's coming to complete lap 117 all by himself, 4.7 seconds up the road. Absolutely crushing the field right now. Russ Harold is actually caught up to them. Hopefully does not create any drama. Russ has fresher tires than these guys. Uh-oh. Cliff having a blink. Jeremy Shearer to the pit lane. Daniel Llewellyn has made his stop. Lucas stays out there. Seeing as Lucas has run 42 laps, I think we are good to go in one more stop once they complete this cycle.
I'm pitting in here, Dave.
Lucas on the pit lane, race leader, comes down to make his next to last stop. Got one more from here. He went 43 laps on that cycle. Daniel Wallen's already completed his stop, back out in 8th. Jeremy Scher has completed his. Got Lucas, Cody Brown, and Dave Hoytsma all on the pit lane. That leaves 4 cars still to pit, and most of them are in this group already. Actually, all of them. Ian has the most recent pit stop. Interesting to see who blinks first in this little 4-pack. Cars that have been out the longest, Cliff Mullins and Scripture at the back of the group. 3rd and 4th.
Didn't this time.
There you go, Travis Scripture. Coming down this time.
Pitting.
Mullins as well, both of them 43 laps. Ian's coming down, even though he had plenty of time to go. I think he doesn't want to get caught out and not have the people to draft with. So they all come down together, leaving Ethan by himself out there. 8 car gets a lap lead for his season. Adds to his points total. Saw Lucas Hoytsma unlap himself, but Ethan continues to stay out.
Pitting.
And the gate machine peels off the racetrack, coming down to the timing line. Eventually, that'll hand the race lead back to this man. You won't believe the gap when I tell you. My goodness. Oh, you'll see it in your scoreboard soon enough. Lucas to the lead. As he passes the pitting number 8 of Ethan Evers. And eventually, Daniel Wallen will take second. Right now. 9.6 seconds. And Daniel's about to get swallowed up by Ethan Evers and Travis Scripture. And Daniel pit early. So there goes Ian by. Ian now 9 seconds back. Lucas on and off the pit lane once again at 37.6 seconds. Absolutely blistering on and off the pit lane. Montrose and Scripture take over second and third. Mullins not able to keep pace with Montrose and Scripture. He's falling back a bit. And Cody Brown and Dave Hoytsma behind him. Ethan Evers staying out there as long as he did. He comes out in 8th. One more pit stop to go here in the Deep Dish 300. Ethan Evers, Jeremy Scher, 8th and 9th. Russ Harold, only car lap down in 10th. There's your race leader, Lucas Hoytsma, dominating. Watch cars that are racing near one another for entertainment purposes. Daniel, by being one of the first cars to pit, has those older tires. Garcelle saying he's staying low, but pushing up high on exit. So everyone goes underneath him. Next group to catch them will be Cliff Mullins and company. Cliff gets on around Russ Harold, no problem. Next one up, Cody Brown running in 5th. Travis Scripture has picked up a meatball. Scripture hit the wall hard enough, he has picked up a meatball flag. And that is unfortunate for the 18 team. See him peeling it down to the pit lane to come and fix that right front corner. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to fix, but man, running up in the top 3. Trying to see where he picked it up at. Right here. That's all right there. Let's speed it up a bit. Somewhere along the way, this 18 car is going to catch a wall right there. That's such a glancing blow. That's hard to imagine that actually caused the meatball. That was such a light hit. This is what it is. Travis Scripture serving the meatball. Brutal. Meatball flag means you got to come down and repair your car. Just a rough way to have your race knocked out of contention. 2/3 complete. 1/3 to go here in this deep dish 300. Gus Hoytsman now leads by 7 seconds over Ian Montrose. Ian chipping away at it little by little. He's been about 2 to 3 tenths faster each lap by virtue of having 3-lap fresher tires. But that gap, there's Lucas. Watch him come off the turn number 4, head back to start finish. Hoyts was at the line now. Jump back to Ian. Show you the gap. 15 seconds required. 4 minutes optional is the report from the Travis Scripture machine. Looks like he's going to take some of the optional. That was such a light hit, Travis. I can't believe that gave you a meatball. That's wild. Gap's down to 6.4 between Hoytsman and Montrose. There's Mullins in 3rd. Evers running in 4th. Cody Brown 5th. Dave Hoyts with 6th. Daniel Wall in 7th. Jerry Scherer 8th. Russ Harold 9th. And Travis Scripture, your top 10. Script sits there getting repairs made. Yeah, that's wild, Travis. Wild that took you out. You're running so good, too. Our only battle on track right now is this one. Cody Brown and Dave Hoytsman. No, 40, 60 laps to go. Math in my head. One more pit stop to go. Last pit window opens in about 20 laps. Russ Harold might be cutting it close on making it one stop. He may make two. Taking on Ian. There's Cliff and Ethan. Battle for third. Ethan's been running down Cliff. And made it nose to tail. Ethan going to try the top side here on Cliff. Gets to the outside. Cliff not going to side draft him and slow them both down. Gives him plenty of room. Travis Scripture back out on track. 9 laps down. Got all the optional fixed up on that car. And Dave and Cody, there they are. 5th and 6th. Daddy Dave holding the 5th spot. Cody Brown in 6th, the all black Chevy. And Ethan and Cliff 3rd and 4th. Eventually we'll have some Eve Receivers podcasts for you guys to go check out. We gotta get Ethan to get that going with his sister. Travis Scripture closing in on this group. He has 2-lap-old tires, so probably fly by him.
19 pit.
Russ Harold, he's gone 35 laps. He's going to pit here, which means he's definitely planning on still another stop. 55 laps is a bit too much. Dave and Cody, I think they're content to ride nose to tail. Just waiting for the later stages of the race before they battle it out. Still 54 laps to go. One more pit stop to go as well, as we mentioned. Russ Harold, Travis Scripture, they'll have to pit again back in 9th and 10th. Daniel Wallen will be the first one to probably come down. Imagine we'll see him pretty close to 160. Maybe even a lap or two before 160. So we're about 10-ish or more laps away from the last cycle of green flag pit stops. This Chicagoland Speedway Deep Dish 300. The SIDECAR Gen 6 Cup Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Check them all out at dgsracing.com. Click that bid-reg snake and you can get to our Discord. You can join any of our races. They are free to join. You can always pay into it and get a little bit more perks, but all of them are free to play. Our next Gen League is on Wednesday nights. We're going to have a Gen 4 Cup Series on Thursday night. We got our Gen 6 on Sundays. All the Cup Series. And then we got Trucks and Arc on Monday. We got some Dirt on Tuesday with the Xfinity. Friday we're just going to host some fun races, and Saturday we leave open for special events and such. Lap 150 of 200, 3/4 of the way through the race. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We watch this battle for third. Battle for third and a battle for fifth. Dave Hoyce was holding that fifth spot right now. Oh, Cody Brown smacked the wall. That'll help Dave a little bit. Back to Ethan and Cliff. Montrose holds on to second. Oh, Lucas in the lead by 6 seconds. Final pit stop looms. No one's had a pit penalty yet tonight, which is pretty impressive. A lot of green flag stops going on. Cody Brown sizing up Dave once again. Covered from that wall tap. Looking to the inside for fifth. See Cody running it right down low. Dave way up by the wall. Ethan slowly gaining on Ian Montrose. 2 lap fresher tires than Ian, and he's slowly gaining. Well, Daniel running a 7th. I believe he'll be the first one to blink on pit lane. Him or Jeremy Scherer. Those 2 cars 35 and 34 laps on their tires. Pit window opening about 3 to 4 laps where they can make it to the end. Seen guys go 42-ish, 43. Cody Brown gets to the outside of Dave Hoytsman. He'll use that high line through 1 and 2 to complete the pass. Cody Brown gives us our first change of position in over 13 laps. Guys are so spread out now. Only 2 real battles to focus on. I think Cliff's trying to push Ethan to go catch Ian. .45 laps to go from Chicagoland Speedway. You got the 837 battling for third. You got 1779 battling for fifth. Everything else is pretty darn spread out. Ethan and Cliff, I believe, are trying to push to catch Ian up ahead. See the chrome, green, and black machine just up ahead. Hey Scott, welcome in, my friends. Hope you're doing well. Kind of a quiet, chill night tonight so far. Just got home and have the next 3 days off. Hell yeah. Enjoy your time off, my friend. JavaScripture probably pretty angry right behind these 2 guys. He had such a good night going and then just barely tagged the wall with the right front and it broke his toe a little bit. knocked the right front wheel about 30 degrees off kilter. Well, here you go, Ian Montrose. First one to blink. Ian to the pit lane. Brings his chance to Extreme Chevrolet the attention of his crew. Put 4 tires of fuel on that bad boy, and he'll be the first one to pit out of our lead lap contenders on this final cycle of green flag stops. 4 tires and down and away, no issues on the pit stop for the one team. Looks like Dave Hoisman is going to bring it down. The 79, last week's winner, brings his Mustang down to the pit lane. He'll be the second one to come down and get full service. His son continues to lead here on Father's Day. Here comes Cliff Mullins. He's going to bring it to the pit lane. Pits out of 3rd place. Daniel Lawal and Jeremy Shearer also hit the pit lane. Those are 2 of the guys on the oldest tires out there. Very busy place now the pit lane becomes. Cody Brown also on the pit lane. 17 car. Lucas can take his time pitting. He doesn't really care. He'll probably stay out till about 42, so maybe another lap. That way he'll have the freshest tires if there's a late restart. Here comes Ethan. And that'll quickly end most of the pit cycle. Last one to pit's going to be a race leader. It's Lucas, as I mentioned, probably wanting to have the best tires of anyone if there's a late race caution. So he's up there, stays out again. Good strategy. Ethan on the pit lane. Ian should come back by and take second. Ian just behind Scherer. Scherer falling off the lead lap. So he's now 2 laps down. One of those will get back when race leader Lucas Hoisman pits, to believe. And here he comes, Lucas on the pit lane, lap 42. Called that one pretty good. Brings that 4 down the pit lane. Make sure no issues in and out of the box. Still no pit issues tonight. Not a single car has had a pit penalty. Damn impressive for a long race like this. There you go. 4 tires and fuel. Down and away. Where is Ian? There he is. Cross start finish. There's Lucas. Going into turn 1. There's Llewellyn. Ian might get the lead for a minute or 2. Ian gets past Lucas on the backstretch, and new race leader. Ian Montrose in the 1 by virtue of short pitting. Now he has 5 lap older tires than Lucas Hoisman. Lucas is only 1 second back. I'm sure he'll waste no time getting right back up there to that number 1. 35 laps to go from Chicago. Lucas has to make up a 1 second deficit with 5 lap newer tires. Let's see how that looks from behind the wheel. There's the black and green machine straight ahead. Ian Montrose. Gap right at 1.1 seconds. Picked up about a 10th just in 1 and 2 alone. Almost flat-footed. Holy cow. Like a qualifying lap. And he just picked up almost a 1/4 second. Another quarter second at 1 and 2. And he'll be all over him here in 3 and 4. Ian trying to take the air off his nose, but he just can't get low enough. Watch the top 2 cars. 32 laps to go. Lucas Hoytsman down to the inside of Ian Montrose down the backstretch. The battle for the lead is on. Montrose going to try to defend using that high line. Lucas trying to get clear using the shortest radius possible right down by the yellow line by the grass. Montrose keeps it out there. He'll keep the 4-car pinch down. Ooh, Lucas gets tight, starts to drift up, has to get out of it. Montrose, that's exactly what he wanted. He wanted to try and keep the 4-car down to the inside, not able to use all that momentum. Can he keep this up for 31 laps, though? At the line, it's going to be Montrose by a nose. Lucas trying not to get side drafted, pulls way away from Montrose. Ian, though, using a little draft off the 15. Lucas might have him cleared here. He's going to go straight to the wall and cut off Ian Montrose's air. And there you go. Lucas Hoysa out to the front in that number 4. At least we got a couple laps of a battle for the lead. It was nice of them to put on a show for us. Ian wanting to show the nose to Lucas, but I don't think Lucas cares all that much at this point. He's got the pressure tires. He's got the track position. Now he just needs to get around the lap car. And Jeremy Shearer. I don't know why I said Shearer. Got that from Trenton. Shearer. There's no A in his name. So Lucas back to the point. Clears the lap car of Jeremy Shearer. Daniel Llewellyn, the next one, to go a lap down in 7th. Just ahead of our race leader. Run you through the field after the pit cycle. Lucas is your leader. Ian Montrose in 2nd. Cliff Mullins runs 3rd. Ethan Evers in 4th. Dave Hoytsma, last week's winner, currently in the top 5. And Cody Brown in 6th. Daniel Wall in 7th. The aforementioned Jeremy Shearer 1 lap down in 8th. Russ Harold in 9th. Travis Scripture back out there fixing that damage from the meatball already. 10th. 28 laps to go, and they're already giving him the good luck Lucas, or good win Lucas.
Now, Cliff, I'm in the Hunt Brothers SIDECAR. We all know what happens when I'm in this car.
Looks like cautions are off.
Is it storming?
I like that. Is it stormy? Here's an earnest battle. The 32 and the 15 battle for 7th. Closest battle on track are these two. We also have Cody Brown and Dave Hoytsman together, and Cliff Mullins and Ethan Evers together. Seventh place battle, a pretty good one. Llewellyn and Shearer going at it. Second place, Ian Montrose sticks himself in between them. Ian's trying to run down Lucas, but Lucas is starting to pull away again. 2.8, 2.9. Ian going to throw the slider on Daniel. Makes it stick. Daniel going to give him a push. Back to Cliff and Ethan. There they are. 23 to go. As the third place battle. Cher trying to get past Llewellyn now. Come on, Dave Hoytsman and Cody Brown, battle for fifth. We got three separate two-car battles with 20 to go. Russ Harold and Travis Scripture have completed their final stops. Brown trying to get to the outside of Dave Hoytsman. Might have gotten there on the corner exit, but I think Dave gave it to him anyway. And Cody Brown takes over the fifth spot from last week's winner, Dave Hoytsman. Back on Cliff and Ethan. Cher and Llewellyn, they're all bunched up. Cher looking inside Llewellyn. Blue Detroit Ford trying to get past the 712 brake Chevy. Just 10% of the race left. Brown was able to start pulling away from Hoytsma a little bit. Ethan's moved up a lane to try and get some air on the nose. Check back going. Daniel and Jeremy. Llewellyn and Cher, 7th and 8th. Daniel up against the fence. It's the last thing Lucas wants to see. Cars in the fence. Does not want that yellow coming out. The 19 of Russ Harold going through the battle between Ethan and Cliff. Probably annoying Cliff a little bit. Oh dear, Russ got tight. Inner way low, started drifting up the hill, able to correct his mistake. Gets it away from Cliff. That was almost the wrong guy to aggravate Russ. Cody and Dave battle again. David briefly gotten alongside through the corner. 15 laps to go, and if Lucas was watching the broadcast, he definitely just had a moment as he saw that 19 sliding up towards the 37. Back to Dave Hoytsman, Cody Brown. This 5th place battle rages on. Side by side they go. Just 15 laps to go here from Chicagoland in the Deep Dish 300. Still 3 spots up for grabs. The battle for 3rd, the battle for 5th, and the battle for 7th are all within a quarter of a second. So a lot of action still. No drama out front. Lucas is way out front by 5 seconds over Montrose. Montrose has another 5 seconds over her teammate Cliff Mullins. So those two are kind of settled. Mullins hanging on to 3rd. Cody and Dave have traded his 5th spot a couple of times here recently. Back here, Jeremy Shearer has completed the pass on Daniel O'Wallen. They pit on the same lap, so they have the same tires. Only car still lapping in a 31-second bracket. Lucas Leitz with a 31.904. Everybody else is 32s and higher. Folding on to 3rd. These two are side by side again. Cody Brown and Dave Oiza. Cody in the black 17. Teddy Dave in that pizza sponsored number 79. This is a Deep Dish 300 after all. We had to add a couple pizza cars out here. Dave and Lucas Weitzman, father and son duo. They were 1 and 2 at one point in this Father's Day race, so that was pretty cool. Cody Brown just got the back end all out of shape going across the tri-oval there. You don't see that very often. Allowed Dave to close right up to the back bumper. Well, with whodunit, it should be really easy for this race. Only 2 yellows after all. Should not take long. Cody Brown, Dave Weitzman trading that spot once again. 5th place has changed hands a number of times between these two. Check back in on Cliff and Ethan. These two haven't traded the spots in a while. I wonder if Ethan's just kind of biding his time. Does have 1 lap fresher tires than Cliff. These two are trading spots once again. Dave really gets good drive into 1 and 2. It just seems like 3 and 4 Cody Brown just able to do that little bit extra and hang on to the spot. Dave corner entry here to 3. Cody Brown drives it in just slightly deeper. He'll hang on to the spot once again. 7 laps to go here from Chicagoland Speedway. Lucas Weisswell well in control in the number 4 Hunt Brothers Pizza 712 brake scheme. Montrose C2X car running in the second spot, excuse me. Cliff Mullins is in 3rd, and he drives the C2X team, so there you go. It works. Ethan Evers there in 4th. And Cody Brown holding off Dave Weitzman right now for that 5th spot. And Shearer battling Daniel O'Wallen. Shearer's opened up a couple of tenths over Daniel. The lap's winding down. Shearer seems to be in control of that 7th spot. Yeah, Russ Harold 9th and Travis Scripture in 10th. 5 laps to go. And it looks to be Lucas Hoisman's night. Lucas does think that scheme is unlucky, but so far, so good. Nobody anywhere around him. Comes across to complete the lap. Now just 4 to go. We go back to this 3rd place battle and this 5th place battle. Both of them have been pretty good. Cody Brown has the edge so far for 5th, and Mullins still sits ahead of Evers, but I just get the sneaking feeling that Evers has been kind of saving his car and waiting until the end. Now he's probably going to start looking for ways past. They're not catching Ian Montrose, so there's no point in trying to work together any longer. Might as well go for the position. Better not have run out of chicken tenders. Not yet. 3 laps to go from Chicagoland. This is your tightest battle on track. 3rd place. 37 in the 8th. Mullins holding a slim margin over Ethan Evers. Just about a tenth separates them. Ethan drives it in there, tries to get to the outside. If he can get that nose alongside that right rear, throw a bunch of air on that spoiler and pull him back. 2 laps to go. Next time by, we'll see that white flag in the air. Here comes Russ Harold into the mix. A little bit fresher tires on that 19. What could go wrong? Check back in on Lucas. There he is. White flag is out. Final time around for this number 4 car. That is all he needed to see. He's got a 9-second lead, so I doubt he'll have any kind of pressure here going to the end. Check back in on this battle. Cliff doing just enough to hold off Ethan right now. Ethan gets that dirty air. He'll start to push on corner exits. We'll jump back to the 4 cars. He comes out of turn number 4, and Lucas Hoisma will be your winner here at Chicagoland in the Deep Dish 300.
Thank you.
Congrats
Good
to
race, guys.
him. We'll go check out this battle.
Fun battle there, Dave.
And Cliff going to hang on to it.
Good race, Cody.
Check in on Cody and Dave. I think Dave kind of fell off here late. And Cody will hang on to that 5th spot, and the battle for 7th was edged out by Jeremy Shearer. Well, there you go. Lucas on in here. Bring him in for the chit chatter. Chit chatter. Oh, Lucas TG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we get the win on Father's Day, and at one point you and your dad were 1 and 2 in the race. That was pretty damn cool to see on Father's Day. You get the victory here at Chicagoland, which is kind of close to you. How do we feel about it tonight?
Oh yeah, getting the win at the home track. I think it is still the closest oval to me, so that's cool. Finally broke the Hunt Brothers car curse or whatever was going on with this thing, so that's cool. It's a fun night, a lot of green flag racing, and man, my arms are so tired from going green that long.
Well, you'll love to see it. I offered to shorten the race, but Ian Montrose said no, so we didn't do it.
Oh, come on, Ian.
All right, well, congrats on the victory here at Chicagoland. We appreciate you. You got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for your victory?
Absolutely. Just my family for watching, you for putting all this on, everybody for racing tonight, and all my sponsors and stuff.
Saying well, congrats on the strong run. We appreciate you, and we'll throw a little line out there for your 2 series coming up next season.
Yeah, Wannagoons Wednesday Cup Series, same next-gen deal. That's going to be a fun one. And, you know, 712 Breaks Gen 4 Series on Thursdays. That's, you know, I don't know. Hopefully we can do our single file restarts. That's up in the air right now, so we got to look out for that.
Interesting. All right, bud. Well, congrats on that victory here at Chicagoland. Get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Now we bring in Ian Montrose. Check him down in the numero uno machine as soon as we can get things out the way. And try to find Mr. Number 1 car. I have to go back in time because he's already off of the racetrack. Where are you at, Mr. Ian? There we go. Get him on track. Check him down and bring him in here. Ian, DG, you got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, you got your log runs and you brought it home P2 tonight. How was it for you out there?
I tried every strategy under the sun. I tried to overcut him. I tried to undercut him. I tried to race him. Just fucking nothing, DG. We came up short no matter what we fucking did. It almost looked suspiciously like he was coasting at times, but whatever. We gave it our fair shot.
10-4. Well, we still got best of the rest out there in that number 1 machine, beating Cliff Mullins. That always feels good, yeah?
Yeah, it's always good to shove it to Cliff every so often, but honestly, it was a good result for all three of us. Ethan had a strong run, same with Cliff. We were all trying everything we could to collectively do something, but just came up short, unfortunately. But yeah, good result all around.
10-4. Well, congrats on the strong run. You got those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs to get on out of here?
Yeah, cheers to C2X, Cliff and Ethan for coming out tonight. Yourself for broadcasting and for adminning. Eva's Fevers podcast and Ethan for sponsoring. And happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
There you go. All right, bud. Well, congrats on that P2, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too. Take care, DG.
Ian Montrose bringing it home in second place. Now we go bring in that Cliff Mullins fella, bringing it home P3 tonight. Cliff, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, sir, you brought it home P3. One of those nights you battled Ian for a long time there until he kind of pulled away, and Ethan seemed to be either right in front of you or right behind you most of the damn race. How was it battling him?
Yeah, it was fun. Having all the C2X guys just all right there grouped together. We couldn't really do anything with Lucas. He was just gone, and green flag stops. We right there, that last one, we tried everything. Like, Ian cut it really short. I cut it a little bit shorter. And then I think Ethan pit about the same time that Lucas did, and none of them worked. So we just kind of all ended up kind of right there together. And Ian, he that undercut was just so strong. I think Lucas was doing it earlier in the race, and we just never could get back up there to him. But all in all, I mean, it was pretty fun right there racing with the teammates and everything. And it's Chicagoland, man. I mean, we all like this track.
What is it about Lucas Hoytsma? Because every green flag stop, he would pick up another 3 to 4 seconds. Like, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what I know that him and Blake are probably the two best at getting on the pit road fast. I did it right there at the end. I thought for sure I was either going to wreck or I was going to speed. And it net gained me like maybe a second on him when he'd come out, and then he just drove away from it because he had better tires. So I don't know what it is that they do. They're just skill issue. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't going to pump your ego too much, but I was going to let you know on that last pit stop, you actually beat him on the on and off times. So there you go.
Oh, well, I guess I'm learning something from him.
Yeah. Or he was taking it really easy because he had such a big lead. Because that was one of his.
Yeah, I mean, I figured, I was like, the only way he's going to screw this up is if he speeds.
If he Hayden's, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Congrats on that P3. Hope you had a good Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. Hopefully, Jaron punched you in the face or something today.
No, Emily tried to, though.
There you go. That works. Thanks, Emily. All right, man. Hit me with those friends, family, sponsor shout-outs so we can get out of here.
Yeah, got to shout out Curly's Guns and More, Pinnacle Trailer Sales, Adam and AC Racing Graphics for the paint schemes. We got some good ones coming out, probably a number change. Let's see, we got Wild Horse, we got Low Time Motors, we got all the guys at C2X, Low Drag Esports, Level 1-2 Brakes, CTC, you for broadcasting this, Ethan Evers Fever Podcast. I don't know. At some point, me and him are going to put podcasts out again. We keep talking about it, and then we just never do it. So
what comes first? Hold on. What comes first? The Evers Fever podcast, the next Spit and Venom podcast, or GTA 6?
Whew, man, when's GTA 6 coming out?
May 2076. Supposedly.
You know, I think I might can beat that one. And I think that right now I think it's gonna be neck and neck between us and Ethan putting one out together.
Alrighty, well there you go. All right, man, get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Father's Day, and we'll see you back here soon.
Yep, happy Father's Day to y'all.
Appreciate it. All right, throw Cliff and Low Drag just because I can. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Let's look at the final results page really quickly. If we can get things moved around, shaken about, stirred, and where it belongs. There we go. Final results, Deep Dish 300 from Chicagoland. Lucas is your winner. Ian Montrose and Cliff Mullins on the podium. Then Ethan Evers and Cody Brown round out your top 5. Dave Hoisma, Jeremy Sherr, Daniel Wallen, Russ Harold, and Travis Scripture, your top 10. Page number 2 is just going to be a couple of them. Hayden Lowell and Casey Graves involved in that one big wreck early on. That kind of triggered those two getting knocked out of the race. So unfortunate for those machines, but good race overall outside of that incident, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. You guys have a great rest of your time, and we'll see you back next week. That wraps up the old YouTubes. Get the music back on. Look at our 2 incidents. And yeah, see what we got.